Hi, and welcome to Strictly Biz News. Tonight we're filming at the Van Group, and I am the co-host Jessica Steininger. I work for Lego Systems, and you might have recognized me from a few past episodes, and this is now my third.
Welcome to Strictly Business. I want to thank Jessica for coming on Season 2, Episode 2.
Thanks for having me.
You guys know Corey. I'm Alfonso, and welcome to the show. We're going to go right into our hot topics. First up, Springfield records highest number of foreclosures in any city in Massachusetts. They had 575 within the first months of 2011, first 11 months, which is the highest number of completed mortgage foreclosures of any city or town in the state for that time period. That's a lot. I didn't realize it was that bad. They're saying typically final stages of the foreclosure process was up 23.92% year to date from 464 from last year.
I actually listened to an article on WFCR, which is like the local NPR station, and they did an interview with Jerry McCafferty, and she's the housing director for Springfield. And she said that from her interpretation, one of the main reasons was because a lot of people had income property in Springfield, and once the property wasn't worth as much, a lot of rental owners got out of there, and that's one of the big reasons that the number is so high in Springfield as opposed to some of the surrounding towns.
What a lot of people don't know is that Springfield does offer assistance through the HAP House. And the HAP House offers assistance for home buyers, homeowners, renters, and all sorts of things like that. Except just recently I heard that the grant money that they use has run out, and we're already in January. So that is bad news. But
yeah, I think there's another 11 and a half months of the year.
They are supposed to get new money come July, but a lot of people don't tap into the HAP House because it's not something that is advertised.
Yeah.
You do have to meet certain qualifications, and they do support surrounding areas of Springfield as well.
Cool. Next up, we're going to go to GroupMe. It's a group texting service that has just recently been launched. It started off as a prototype in May, and it got $9 million in funding. And actually, it's funny because the people that funded Facebook and funded Twitter didn't want to fund this, but there are other people that thought this was going to be a go. And GroupMe is pretty much group texting, where you can have like chat room texting. And we tried this out earlier today to let you guys, so we can actually give you our review for it. And I think it's pretty cool. You get a specific number, and then every time you send a text, it'll let you know who sent the text from which group member, which is cool. I tried sending a picture. It didn't. For some reason, you can't send pictures. Maybe the next version will, but this is a picture I tried sending. I'll throw it up like right now.
Oh yeah, that's not pretty.
So yeah,
that's not cute at all.
You guys, it'll take a second so you guys can see the picture I was putting up. And yeah, so.
Well, I think it's important to know that you can share text throughout any service provider.
Yeah.
So you have AT&T, and we both have Verizon, so we were able to send group texts throughout.
And you don't have to have a smartphone either, which was
Correct.
another thing. So I mean, I know you have BlackBerry and I have a Droid. I don't know what phone you
I have a smartphone, but I don't have internet capabilities, so I don't go on the internet on my phone.
So yeah, so I mean, it's good for the people that they called it the normal phones.
Right.
So if just a generic phone that you have, and they're trying to capitalize the people that aren't tech savvy, that don't want to get the smartphones. So
right.
I think it's a good idea, and I think this is going to be a big thing with mobile.
Yeah. And when I set it up online, it was really easy. There was 3 fields that you had to fill in. It was really, really simple to sign up. And the only thing is, I don't know if you can actually make a list from your phone without being online. And I didn't get a chance to dig into that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. When you first texted me, it was if I wanted to stay in the group or exit the group if I needed help. I do need help, but that's not why.
Yeah.
I see this working very well, and I'm assuming, with especially how the SMS industry is booming, I don't know how it's going to work with group texting where you can. I think it's just going to overall help with if businesses start getting into how they can send out group textings for a discounted rate. But a lot of people, if you don't know what GroupMe is, it's actually not the first one. There's three other ones: Text Plus, Beluga, and the most recent one's Bright Kite. But they're saying GroupMe will do very well because the timing of when these were launched is GroupMe gets more recognition because of when it's been launched compared to the other ones.
Right. They were also saying that, and I know you'll love this, that I picked this out. It's for people who don't really understand the Twitter concept.
Corey Veteramo.
Yeah. So, and I do like this. Through a BlackBerry, you can do the instant messenger, and you can send it to groups. So it's very similar to that.
Yeah. I think this is going to be one of the startups to really watch for. I mean, with less than a year, they already got $9 million in funding. It's just, I think it's going to skyrocket. Next up, Curry Honda adds Nissan franchise to the Chicopee location. They had Subaru? No.
Yes.
Yes, Subaru. And they shut it down 3 years ago, so the lot's been empty on Memorial Drive in Chicopee for 3 years, and they recently bought Bay State Nissan. I think it's a smart move. I'm not sure what happened with Bay State, why they wanted to sell, but they moved it from Springfield and brought it to Chicopee to put next to their Curry Honda. I think it's smart. I mean, Curry's a well-established name, so them adding Nissan, and Nissan's a great brand to add. So I think they're going to do very well.
Right, because I guess they get to expand their line because with Honda they don't have as many SUVs and all that, so they'll have a lot more variety to offer.
Yeah,
right.
Nissan has been hitting a lot of the young professionals, especially with the Juke or whatever. I mean, I don't think it's that great looking, but
the square-looking little Matchbox car.
Yeah. I don't think it's that nice, but they're aiming a lot of their cars now to the young professionals, so like really quick with small cars that are economical, and I think it's more edgier than Honda. So I think the mix between two Curry would do very well with both.
I think that Curry may be trying to reinvent themselves or maybe create new brand recognition. So it is exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think it's a good alignment. But I think it's important to note that Curry did hire about 20 of the workers from the Bay State Nissan, which is good to hear because they didn't just, toss everybody out from Bay State. And I think that they're just trying to beat out their competition by being everything to everybody. Now they offer even more products to their line, and they're trying to just beat out the rest of the competition. So
well, around here, I think the biggest Nissan competition, at least in Western Mass, is Jerry Rowe Nissan, and that's owned by Belize. So
there's Country Nissan as well.
Oh, that's still. I don't know if that was still open or not.
Carla Kazenzi, she's always on the radio.
Oh.
I'm hearing the jingle in my head right now. I won't sing it.
No, wait, no, that's not No Money Down.
Country Nissan. Okay.
All right, so on America's Idol. Next up, we're going to go over a company in Northampton called Dad Does. I think this is really cool. I never known about this until I found the article. There's a Northampton, Massachusetts gentleman named Dan Nessel. He started a website called Dad Does, which pretty much offers dad-based consumer reviews for products, toys, anything that's he calls Nerf protected, which I think is great because especially with all the gadgets and the gizmos that are getting really expensive out there, and then you have all these little kids running around with their toys and stepping on things, and they want to make sure that it's childproof. And it's funny because he says it's actually a lot of the 40% of the people that log into the site are women too. I think this is a really cool site.
Yeah, no, it was really great because it had reviews on anything, like even food, like how to, what brands to buy and which tastes better than others, and they had they were doing a review on coconut water, which I've never tried.
It's supposed to be even more hydrating than regular water.
Yeah.
Really?
So they did like a whole review. So I learned which one I should use.
I don't think it tastes like. I haven't tried it, but
is it like from the actual coconut, like that pure juice? That's
but I don't think it has a strong flavor. It's not like coconut extract.
Okay.
Yeah. But they did also do a review of the top 16 hot toys for Christmas, and I did have to go back and look at that because I work for Lego, and Lego was on it, of course, our Lego games, and we were a go get it. It was good.
Daddy does.
Good review.
Got a work shout out there, Lego. He said he's going to be trying to launch it to be kind of like Groupon, where he can kind of start offering deals for the reviews that they're doing. So people, if they want to go on the site and do give reviews, they'll get some kind of discount for those products. I think this is going to take off more than Western Mass. I think this might really kind of go national, and I think this is going to be something really, really great for Western Mass to have like this website that started here.
Yeah, and if he can build a reputation that is trustworthy, people are going to go there and not spend the fee to be on Consumer Reports.
Dan Nessel, if you're watching this, we would like to have you on the show. Or if you know Dan Nessel, contact him. We want him on the show. We'll go on. Last topic, signs up the economy is proving for 2011. There's an article on CNN Money. The Economist, well, there was a survey from CNN Money, are forecasting the average of 2.5 million jobs will be added this year alone. They're saying the stock market started strong this year, so which means that if it starts strong, I guess it's going to mean it's going to end well. They said the Dow hit a 2-year high record today, so the stock market it's a good indicator for things to come. Well, I'm sorry, I said stock market, and there's like
The Dow. What?
Well, I see things definitely getting better. I mean,
it does feel like there's more money in circulation, and it's
Yeah.
not just my money.
Feel like I'm shelling it out left and right, but
yeah, I mean,
Well, you were gonna leave it on the sidewalk the other day.
I was. I said
What?
I don't know what was
You're gonna
going
leave
on.
money
but
on the sidewalk?
She said she feels like she should just dump her savings account out on the sidewalk.
Because
just
everybody's
dump it
asking me for
you can
money
dump it
left
in
and
my
right
hand.
now. Yeah, believe me, it's not much anymore.
I don't know. I see things getting better. For Western Mass, I'm not too sure. I know personally, my business has picked up in the past 3 to 4 months, so I definitely see an improvement in seeing that people are not cutting back on expenses for their business. So I definitely see it improving, and hopefully by the end of this year, things will completely be a lot better than they are even the beginning of this month.
Well, it's important to note that 2 important factors from this article were employment rate and foreclosure rate, and we actually talked about that earlier in the show today. And I think that it is important to note that employment rate is still high.
Yeah.
And I did some research. There's states that didn't even see an employment rate change at all in 2010. So those aspects need to change for us even to see, anything change.
Well, I'm hiring 2 people that are unemployed, so I'm doing my part.
He's doing his part.
I'm doing my part.
You did your part for 2011. January's done.
Yeah, I'm all set. Jessica, thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And we'll be right back with Michael Van from the Van Group. Welcome back to the Business Spotlight. I'm here with Michael Van from the Van Group. Michael, what's the history of the Van Group?
So the Van Group, actually family-owned business, and you can probably trace our roots in business back 150 years. Very entrepreneurial. Family's always owned something.
Yeah.
And about 30 years ago, my father started a company called Dufault Van & Carrella, which is an accounting firm. And about 10 years ago, I came back into the picture, and we started. The Van Group is the formal entity now, which provides professional service firms or professional services to small, mid-sized businesses.
So what kind of services do you offer?
We range everything from accounting to recruiting to bookkeeping, strategic planning, mergers and acquisition stuff. So kind of the full broad range of whatever a small or mid-sized business needs to outsource and to be more successful.
I remember when we first met, you were talking about you just recently launched Simply Booked.
Yes.
What is Simply Booked?
So Simply Booked is our newest creation. It's an online outsourced bookkeeping solution for small and mid-sized businesses. It allows companies to basically have an affordable, on-demand, and accurate bookkeeping solution, which has always been kind of a challenge for many companies because a lot of them have gone to kind of QuickBooks and thought they could do it themselves, and you know, as much as accounting is debits and credits, it does have some tricks to it.
Mm-hmm. And you know, I've gone through the website and I've learned a lot about you guys. You guys actually started a lot more than just Simply Booked. What are some of the other companies you started?
So the last company we started last year was a company called Hire EQ, which is an outsourced, and you'll notice that trend, a lot of our stuff is outsourced, but, a recruitment company for, again, small and mid-sized businesses, because we felt that the recruitment process for companies was broken.
Yeah.
You know, you're paying a lot of money and you weren't necessarily getting the right people. So we've developed a process that finds the right people at an affordable price point. Takes the frustration out of the process of hiring.
Yeah.
As you know, you've just hired, and it's
it's
a pain.
So what's next for the Van Group?
Well, I think we're going to continue to look at what's next that we can offer businesses for services of things that you know, they're doing today that maybe they don't want to do. So, you know, I think we'll probably start to look at HR. We do have some HR capabilities now, you know, and I think there's always going to be things that as businesses look to get more competitive, are going to say, we don't want to do this, can someone help? So those are the things that we're constantly monitoring and see how we can help them.
What's the website if they want to get more information?
So the Van Group is www.van-group.com, and Simply Booked is www.simply-book.com, and that's BOOKED.
Anything else you want to tell the viewers?
No, not really. I mean, I think you know, I guess as the strategist in business guru that I pretend to be sometimes, I would say you know, if you own a business and it's now January 2011, it's time to, I think, take a good look at what you're doing in your business and what can you be doing better, and you know, are there things that perhaps you should reconsider how you do, and you know, that's where I think a company like the Van Group can help you.
Great, thank you, and we'll be right back. Corey, you need to turn the calculator on first.
Al, I was just calculating our profits from 2010.
0. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank Jessica for coming on. I want to thank Michael for coming on.
And you want to thank Corey for coming on?
Yeah, Corey was here too, yes. Don't forget, we are doing our live taping January 18th, Tuesday, at the Majestic Theater. It's at 5:30, and we will be having a networking event after. So, you know, bring your hot date or your mom, and you know, just come hang out, watch us live, and hang out afterwards. We'll have pizza on me, and not on me,
him.
but I'm paying.
And even though we didn't make any profits in 2010, we are looking forward to 2011. We're coming back better than ever, twice a week, as always.
With a lot more laughs and a lot more better editing. See you guys next time.